and welcome back to another episode of Not Being Funny with me, Emily Moores. It is Valentine's Day today, so happy Valentine's Day to all celebrate, and Galentines Day, because Valentine's Day is really for the girls, isn't it? Come on now. I hope you're all going to be doing something lovely and romantic and fun, and yeah, I love things like Valentine's Day. Like, in my head, I just don't get people that don't celebrate it. And I get it, like, if you've not got a boyfriend or something, like, but still, like, it's just a novelty, you know, when people are like, oh, it's just marketing and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, it's just for people to sell things, but it just is a bit of fun, like, lighten up. Are you that offended that it's a day to celebrate love? Do you, like, not like love or something? And I get all, like, I'll go into it, but then people that are like, oh, I love my girlfriend every day, so I don't have to buy her flowers on this day. Get a grip. Just, like, get the girl some flowers, for God's sake. Like, it's just a novelty. It's like, I was gonna say it's like Christmas Day, but Christmas Day is like a religious day. But even if you're not even if you're not religious, you're not Christian, and you still celebrate Christmas, it's like the novelty. It's a lovely day and it's fun, and it's like, why would you not just like want to make someone feel happy and like loved, just even that bit more? It's just that, like, silliness. It's a bit exciting. Like, I love stuff like that. But I am in such a good place at the moment. I'm in such a great mood. I've just got back from Barcelona. It has just been my birthday. So I am 23. So happy birthday to me. 2 years away from my frontal lobe being developed. But yeah, I've just had the most amazing like week, and I'm just on such a high, and I feel like I've come into Valentine's Day in such a good little mood. I think like a breakup can really make you like fear Valentine's Day. It's like, oh God, like being single on Valentine's Day, like, who cares? Like I said, I just did that little spiel about, like, if you're in love, like, you know, make the most of it. But also, like, it's just a day. Like, it's not that deep, is it? And I don't know, I'm just in such a good mood. I was a bit, like, worried, like, oh my God, am I going to be a bit sad on Valentine's Day? No, I've just got such clarity. I've just had such a lovely little morning. I've made myself my breakfast. I've made myself a little coffee in bed. I'm working from home. Like, I'm on my break and I can do this. And it's just like, what more do I want? I've got no boy making me sad. You know what I mean? Not like usually you would be sad on Valentine's Day, or that anyone's been making me sad, but you know, you just don't need that stress. I don't need that stress in my life. I'm single, I'm free, and I'm like got pure just peace of mind. And yeah, I just really needed that, and I think my birthday holiday really like clarified that to me, like how happy and confident I am in myself, and like it just reminded me of this, and just reminded me like, it'll be fine, like whatever's meant to be will be, and just enjoy yourself because you're so young and you just want that happiness. Like, I always preach, like, just, I don't know, like, dance through life and have fun and everything like that. And like, I need to do it myself, and I think I do. I think I really do. Like, watching myself back on holiday or just thinking about it, I was just dancing everywhere, just having so much fun, being such like a free spirit, and that is really what I needed. But yeah, as you can probably tell, I've come to this podcast with a lot of energy, and that is what everyone needs right now. But yeah, let's talk about my trip to Barcelona. So it was just so much fun. If you've never been to Barcelona, I would definitely recommend. Bearing in mind, it's February, so my birthday's on the 7th of Feb, and we went away on the 6th, so the day before my birthday, and it was just great. Like, the whole time, don't get me wrong, it wasn't like boiling, but it was warm. It was like 13-14 degrees, and it was just lovely. Like, I can't describe it. It rained for like 20 minutes on my birthday, and then the night, and it was like, it didn't really matter because we were drunk anyway, and we were out and we were in a bar, and it's like, who cares? Like, but it was just the best time. We were all having so much fun. But Barcelona is the place to be. Like, it is lovely. It's just so full of life and culture and character, and everyone just seems on a high there. Bearing in mind it is February and it's not the height of the season, and it was still really, really busy. But if you've never been to Barcelona, it's like a maze. Bearing in mind this was my first time going to Barcelona, it's just wild. Like, there's just streets everywhere, little turns, like you're in the Gothic quarter, and it's just like, whoa, I don't know where I am. I've got zero bearings, and I feel like I really like having my bearings. I would give myself, I'm pretty good at like navigating things and like knowing where stuff is and like finding my bearings quite quick when I go to somewhere. My bearings were really lacking there. Like, it was hard. Google Maps was a must, so please take a portable charger, because otherwise you aren't getting home. Like, it was wild, but so much fun. So I'm going to talk you through my trip. I did make a little itinerary. 10 of us went, right? So that to me is like taking a school trip. And it was so fine, and the whole group was like very chilled people. But I did just think, because it's my birthday and people were like, what do you want to do, Em? Like, come on, like, you decide, it's your birthday. So I thought I'll make a little itinerary and I will pop it here, my 2 little itineraries that I did. And this isn't very me. I'm not like a itinerary type of person. However, I in a sense, I'm not someone that sticks to a plan, really. I kind of like go with the flow and a bit spontaneous and stuff. But I will have like loads of places that I want to go in my head. Don't get me wrong, I love a museum and stuff if I'm going somewhere like historical, but I'm not interested in going like in museums and just art galleries and stuff like that. I will like have a look, but I'm more about like feeling the vibe of the place. Like, I want to walk for ages and just see what like shops you walk past, what coffee shops, nice bars, like music, like street performers, and just have the day as it comes rather than be inside like a tourist museum, because you could do that in Manchester, you know what I mean? Like, there's that museum, and I'm sure it's really cool in Barcelona where it's all like the lights and the mirrors and stuff, but I'm sure there's the equivalent in Manchester that I could go to. So my first day, we got there and we stayed in an Airbnb on La Rambla. I will also put that in. I say this as if I've said that, sorry, twice now. Obviously, if we're listening to this on Spotify, I am making a YouTube video as well. So I will tag on the YouTube video if you want to go watch it. The Airbnb that I stayed in, because it was great if you wanted to go with a big group. We stayed just off La Rambla. And yeah, it was a 10 bed. It was 8 bed really, but with 2 sofa beds. And there was only 1 bathroom. And I was a bit scared like how that would go down. It was so fine. We had so much room. Flights, bearing in mind, cost us £60 each. The Airbnb for 3 nights cost us £90 each, which I don't think is that unreasonable, to be honest. I think that's pretty good for 3 nights. And it was right in the centre. It was just great. She provided everything, hairdryers, all like toiletries, towels, bedding, like obviously as you do, but there was a lot of stuff there. There was a kitchen area, there was a balcony. We just had a lot of space. Great TV, smart TV, YouTube was on, there was speakers, like it was just really good for a group. And there was a lot of space, and there was a lot of mirrors. And if you're a girl, you'll know the need for mirrors. 10 of you, 8 of us were women, so it's like, we need these mirrors, come on, to get ready. There was so much wardrobe space, so many drawers, lots of plugs. Yeah, it all round was just perfect. Lots of cutlery, lots of glasses and bowls, plates, pots, pans. Like if you wanted to cook stuff, there was a hob. Like everything you could have wanted was in this Airbnb, and that's like a real perk of going through Airbnb. because if you've never done it before, I'm sure loads of you have. Like, me and my sister went to Nice in the summer and we stayed in this lovely Airbnb, and it had everything. She had a steamer, an ironing board, straighteners, like everything that you could have needed, this woman had. Books, like, not that I could read, they're in French, but you know, everything. Yeah, so it's a really good shout. So we did this and it was just great because we all got to like get dressed together and everything like that. It was such like a group thing. And like even from the airport we all met so early, and it was just great from the off, like drinking on the plane and everything. And then we just went out, we just had a mooch, and we found this lovely square. I don't know what the square's called, but there is this bar club that we had booked for my birthday night called Jamboree, and it was really good. If you like your Afrobeat, your R&B, if you're from Leeds or you go Leeds Uni, Jake's Bar vibe, but as a club, so maybe a bit backroomy, but men attractive, men dancing, women dancing, everyone is attractive in there. I don't mean that in like a thingy way, but like if you're single and you've got some eyes, like wow, like they were like on Strictly Come Dancing, like dancing, salsa-ing everywhere, like there was no holding back, there was no shame. All of us walked in, we were like wow. But that was on my birthday night. But yeah, so in this square, Jamboree is there, so that's a good place to Google Maps, and there's a whole massive square of bars. So we just plonked ourselves there, drank sangria all day. It was just great. And then we mooched back through the shops. We bought ourselves some like I Heart Barcelona thongs. Like, shopping drunk is just so much fun, isn't it? And then we had an Italian book, so I thought, oh, I'll book a few places because there's a lot of us. I thought if I've got places booked for the first night, as in a meal booked, and then a meal booked for my birthday, like we'll be all set. Like, that's just two things where we'll all be able to sit down and it'll be fine. So we did that, went for an Italian, and it was just lovely. We found Monk Bar, and that was like a really nice place. All of these are on my itinerary. I might post them on my Instagram as well, just in case anyone's going Barcelona and wants a bit of advice or where to go or some ideas. But Monk Bar is that bar that you see where it's like a shop and you go through the back, like through a door with like ice cream things on it, and you're in this really, really cool bar. You go from like a tunnel and it's all like all mirrors and lights and disco lights, and you're kind of like walking through some like underground thing, and you're in a bit of like a cove with it all exposed brick, and they were making cocktails, like chucking cocktails in the air. It was just a lot of fun, but it was a really cool bar. Yeah, so we like spent our night there, and then we went to an Irish bar, which I was kind of like, I don't want to do, but it was fun. Like, we couldn't really find a little bar, I think, with it being a Thursday night and it being off season. So yeah, we went to the Irish bar and it was dead fun, and we saw this guy off Gogglebox. It used to be like, there was a family of 4, and it's like the brother and the sister, and the sister and the mum have like really curly hair, and yeah, he was there on his stag do dancing on a table and stuff, and we were like, we know you from Gogglebox, like, and he was like, oh, too shy. But yeah, it was just like really fun night. And then it was my birthday, so when I got home from that night out, they all, like the ones that had kind of gone home earlier, dropped balloons on me, and we got up in the morning, they'd got me cake, they'd got me an I Heart Barcelona t-shirt, they got me like banners, everything. They just spoilt me absolutely rotten. Like, they made me feel so special all day. We went to Parkwell, we went for some brunch, we went for lots of drinks, we went shopping, and my best friend bought me some flowers, and she sent them from Australia. Like, she didn't send them from Australia, but she just orchestrated somebody buying me this cute bunch of like pink tulips and giving me for my birthday. And I'm like, literally, platonic love, girl love is the best. Like, my friend is sending me, don't accept anything less, my friend is sending me flowers from Australia when she's not even there. It's not that hard, boys. It really is not that hard. Just get us some flowers, for God's sake. Like, they're cheap. They're flowers. Pick them. pick them from someone's garden and give your girl some flowers because she just wants them, and they're just pretty. That little, like, I can't describe the little, like, rush of serotonin that I get when someone gives me flowers. I just love them. But yeah, she gave me some flowers and it was so sweet, and we went out for Mexican with lots of tequila. They all, like, sang me happy birthday, and it was just full of surprises. We got permanent jewellery. I got this really cute, like, gold chain, and you can pick your beads or charms or whatever you want. You can pick the chains as well, and I got a little pearl and, like, a little green bead on it, and I got an anklet as well, which now is a little bit big. I kind of wish it was a bit smaller, that anklet, but they were just so sweet. And my friend got me some matching earrings to my bracelet, and I just can't describe how special I felt all holiday. And it was just lovely. Like, the next day we had such a slow morning. We went to the park, we went for brunch, we went to the beach, rooftop bar, tapas, ice cream. We bumped into this huge festival on the Saturday night where they were, like, shooting fireworks and, like, I don't even know what they were, sparklers everywhere. And it's just funny, like, the health and safety in the UK to Spain is on a whole new level, because you go to bonfire night in England and it's like, stand way back. This, it's like shooting, like, some fire thing at everyone, at crowds, with a singular paramedic at the back. It was just chaos, but fun, and it was so lively, and we were all stood there with our ice creams. And the last day, we had the Airbnb until 5 o'clock. She let us have it till, we were meant to give it back at 10. She's like, I'll have it till 5, because our flight wasn't till 9. We spent the entire day sunbathing in a park with bread, wine, cheese, tomatoes, crisps, cake. And we went salsa in the park because we were all social salsa in there. And oh, it was just the most lovely, lovely, lovely trip. And I just feel so full, like my heart is so full, because I have such lovely friends and loving friends. And these friends, like, I have such a mix of mates, and it's so nice. I feel like I'm so lucky that I have so many friends, and I think I'm just that type of person where I do just, like, make connections here, there, everywhere. I love, like, socialising and learning about people and having so many lively and sociable connections and friends, and yeah, that is such a luxury in my life, that I have such a big network around me, and I feel like it helps me in so much of my life, and this is what's been making me so happy. But yeah, it was great, and I saw my girls from Leeds the weekend before, and they did the exact same, made me feel so special. And then since coming home, like, my friends that couldn't come, like, my best friend bought me walking boots yesterday, and I'm like, God, I've aged. Like, I would never have wanted walking boots, and we've really been like, oh, we want to start going on, like, hikes or walks this year. And I just thought, what a thoughtful present. They're, like, dead pretty for walking boots, like, brown and pink. And I'm just so chuffed with them, and it just reminded me, like, how great platonic love is, like, how important your friends are, and how much love they can give to you and supply to you. You do not need a man to feel loved. You don't need a girl, like, you don't need a relationship to feel loved. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love that. I love love, and I have been a diehard Gabriella girl since I watched High School Musical. Like, all I've ever wanted growing up was, like, I want a boyfriend, and don't get me wrong, I still want a boyfriend, but without one, it doesn't really matter. You still be happy as long as you've got some good girls, some good friends behind you, and you give them the love that you want back. Like, you'll get it. And I think that is a thing, like, I always try and give love to my friends and give them energy and bring people's mood up. And I think that really was, like, such a lovely reminder to be like, oh, people, like, have a lot of love for me, and I have a lot of love for them. And it was just so beautiful and such a nice little holiday. Like, I had the absolute time of my life there, and I think that is the best birthday I've ever had, ever. And if you have a winter birthday like me, go on holiday. Like, I've never done that before. My birthday in February is usually always filled with rain or snow or cold weather, I was in the sun drinking sangria, having an ice cream in the sun. Like, go on holiday. It was really not that expensive. It cost us £150 and I probably spent about 300 quid there. I just don't think that's that unreasonable if you have access to stuff like that. But, like, obviously, like, save up a bit before. But wow, what a little trip that was. But yeah, it just reminded me, like, what I needed to know. Because I do think that Valentine's Day, like we said before, can be quite like a daunting thought if you're single or recently going through a breakup. And it can be, because it just hurts your heart, doesn't it, to be like, oh, you have so much love for somebody that you're not with anymore and you don't have any bad blood, but it's like, why can we not just be together? But sometimes you just need that space apart and to grow as a person. And I think that is really what I'm recognising at the moment, is that I'm growing as a person, and I have grown in the sense of how I've handled this breakup to other breakups. And I think I will do an episode in a couple of weeks' time just on breakups themselves, not necessarily about mine, but like, you know, in general, because I think that's what I used to speak about a lot in my podcast, was kind of like advice giving, and I feel like I haven't done that for a while, you know, like listening to dilemmas and stuff like that. So I might go back to that and see how that goes. But yeah, I just can see how well I'm behaving. Like, not that I misbehaved last time, but I was young, I was 19. And to look back, like, 19, my God, I was a baby. Like, I've grown up so much. And it's mad, because when you're 19, you think you're old. I did think I was old. I was like, I live in Leeds, I live in a city centre. In my first year of uni, like, God, I'm nearly 2 years out of uni now. And I just felt so grown, and that poor me, like, my heart was literally breaking, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I was an absolute mess for months and months and months. I was barely eating, I was just sad, I couldn't even look a man in the eye. Like, I was like, oh, sad all the time, letting everything, like, this heartbreak, like, ruin everything for me, like, take over nights out, friendships, days, like, lulling in bed. And I think sometimes you need to feel that, and they always say, like, your first heartbreak is your worst. And don't get me wrong, like, I had a boyfriend when I was 16, and I think, like, that breakup, like, hurt, but I don't think that was true love for me. Like, oh, love, I was so young, I was 16, like, that was my first, like, childish relationship, and it taught me, like, of being excited about a boy. But then my second relationship was, like, my first ever proper love, and it knocked me for absolute six. Like, I can't even describe how upset I was, and I don't even think I was over that ever, evidently, because when he came back into my life and we got back together, it felt like, wow, like, them feelings were just there, and I don't think they'd ever left, and maybe they never will, because that is my first love, and he's really important to me and everything. But also, it's like, now I'm so much more grown as a person, and I can put into perspective, I love that person, I have so much love for that person, but if they're not meant to be in my life right now, or not aligning with me, and they're never meant to be in my life again, then that is okay, and I still have that much love for someone. And it taught me how much capacity I have to love, and I think that's such a beautiful thing. It doesn't have to be a sad thing. Like, just because a relationship hasn't worked out, it isn't a bad reflection on you or him or anyone. It just wasn't meant to be for the moment in time, or forever, you never know. And there's just better things to come. Like, rejection is redirection, and you might not even have been rejected, you know what I mean? It just hasn't worked out. So don't take it as a personal sad thing that you are not with someone on Valentine's Day, because it's just another day, and it's just a day of love that you can spend with your friends, your sister, your mum. Like, I think it is more of a girly day. I don't think boys would bat an eyelid at Valentine's Day if they've not got a Valentine, but I think for girls it can be quite a big thing. And we all put in our group chat today, happy Valentine's Day, pray for us, pray for us to find someone amazing, us singletons. There's only a few of us left now. A few of you are engaged, a few of you got a house, a few of you are, I don't know, all loved up, and there's a few of us stragglers left. But us stragglers are having a really good time out here. Like, I'm feeling really blessed and embracing my own time, to be honest, and I'm kind of enjoying it. I feel like very free in myself, my emotions, and if I'm sad, I'm feeling it. Don't get me wrong, this breakup for me has not been like, oh, it's fine, like I've got over it. No, yeah, like we live in a local place that I see him very regularly, and like we have a very similar relationship, but it can like knock me for six if I see him, because I'm like, ooh, gosh, like reminder. But don't let don't overanalyze any interaction that you might have with someone that maybe isn't with you anymore, because it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. And yeah, it just be a positive, like you're on your own path, and a Valentine's Day can just be a lovely, lovely day for you and your friends. And like I've just described, all that love that was just poured into me over my birthday just reminded me of how much platonic love can really give you and fulfill you, and like give energy into your friends. Never ever lose your friends over a man or a girl, because it's not worth it. And if I'd have lost my friends in this relationship, or he had, maybe it wouldn't be as easy for us both, because we've both got a lot of good people behind us, and it's like, you know, we're doing fine. And like my girls have absolutely like had my back, picked me up, given me so much love, and like listening and understanding that I needed. And it's just been the most fabulous couple of weeks, to be honest. I can't describe it enough. Happy. But I really hope that some of you have these friendships. On another note though, if you couldn't tell, I love milking my birthday. Like, if you don't milk your birthday, like, what are you doing? I just love a party. And it's not me being like, birthdays is like so important and they're like massive thing. I just love a social gathering and just making a fuss. And it doesn't all have to be about me, but it can be, you know, it can be if you want it to make it about me. But I just love a party, and it's just been the best. Yeah, this is your sign also to just milk your birthday, like do something really, really fun. I think birthdays can be a really good like mark, as in like New Year, because I feel like your birthday is really like your New Year, isn't it? Because you're how many years on planet Earth. And my 23rd year is going to be completely for love, happiness, peace, and a hell of a lot of fun. That is what I want in my life. So much fun, so many trips, and just embracing who I am as a person. And if people come and go out your life, who the F cares? And things will just happen. Jobs will come, opportunities will come. That is what I'm inviting into my life this year. Really fun opportunities. 23 is going to be the year for me, and I just think it's a cool age. Like, I'm loving my 20s. 20s just give you so much perspective on life, and I'm still such early 20s. I'm still so young, and I've got no responsibilities other than like my car and paying for things, but you know, nothing major, no family, no children, and I kind of am liking it this way at the moment, and I just kind of can do what I want, and like, what a great time to be alive. I'm 23, and I just think it's going to be such a nice year for me. So that's kind of like what I've had set in place. And talking of milking birthdays, she won't milk it nearly as much as me, but my baby sister's gonna be 21 this year in May, and like, she's already planning it, and I'm like, each for their, like, you know what I mean? We're one of the same. Our family just loves a gathering, loves a party. My grandparents are already planning their anniversary, and it's just gonna be so much fun this year. I've got really great holiday planned, couple holidays. My friend, however, asked me this year, bearing in mind I'm going Bali in May, my friend said he is the best, but he texted me being like, oh, Emily, urgent, like, answer the phone, urgent, do you want to go on holiday? And I was like, yeah, I do, but like, give me a minute, like, let me just like reevaluate my finances. And then asked me, do I want to go to Miami? I was like, what budget do you think I'm on? I'm not on this budget of Miami. Sorry, I just don't think don't think my recruitment job will stretch to that for me, because I think that's going to be quite expensive. Because at least Bali, the flights a year are expensive, but like when you're there, is real cheap. So yeah, Miami isn't on my cards this year, but I wish Australia was. Like, so many of my friends are in Australia and they just look like they're absolutely loving life. And I say this as well as I'm seeing like Sophia and Cinzia as my friends. I've never met them in my entire life. Well, I have actually waved to them as they got on their tour bus, but they look like they're having the best time. Yeah, so many of my friends, and I'm like, get me to Australia. Like, do I just do this? Do I just move to Barcelona? Do I just move to the Mediterranean? Like, the Mediterranean people are really just at peace and happy, and they have such a nice way of life and diet and everything. Like, I just need some sun in my life. Sun really gave me like the oomph that I needed, and I think that is just what I need all year round now. And I need to really reconsider where I live. And my mum and dad are always like, never settle here, like really reconsider. But then they're also like, well, no, stay in your job. And I'm like, well, you know, which one's which do I do? Do I seek the sun, or do I seek my recruitment job? And I know they're not meaning like stay in recruitment, but they're just meaning like, you know, stay in a job that's like settled and firm and can take you to other jobs and other jobs. But we will just see on that front. But maybe I just move to a beach in Australia. You never know, because I could get equivalent jobs in Australia. Surely I could maybe get a marketing job in Australia. That would be great. Imagine dreams coming true. But then I was also thinking like, oh, could I do that in Spain? But then I can't really speak Spanish, for one. My GCSE Spanish is not going to take me that far, and I need to get Duolingo again if I was to do that. But also, like, can I get a job over there? Like, do you not have to pay into something if you want a job over there? And I think you kind of like in Emily in Paris, like, have they not got to kind of vouch for you that you can do this job? Like, there's a reason why an English person should have this job, or someone that's not European should have this job or something. I'm not too sure. Sure, that's a thing. I think it would be a struggle, but maybe Australia is the one to go for. But yeah, so let's talk Galentines. What are we all doing? Has everyone got plans today or tonight? It's a Friday. Get outside. Maybe it's the time to meet the love of your life that is also single out on Valentine's Day. Everyone's got their eyes out, you know, looking, scouting. But I will be in a hot tub drinking Prosecco with my girls. I'm so excited. I'm going to have to pick out a pink bikini. If you know me, I've got lots and lots of bikinis. Like, I really am someone, 2-week holiday, I'm taking like 18 bikinis, 2 a day, you know, change. It's a fashion show at all times. But yeah, I'm not going to be taking more than one to the hot tub, but I will be taking a cute one. And we're going to be having nibbles, chocolate, Prosecco. But I am a bit worried because obviously it's freezing. But my sister had a hot tub party for her like 16th birthday, 17th birthday, and all of her friends were puking everywhere. And they were having vodka, like, shot in it. However, I think it's because of how hot it was. So I don't want to get too drunk, because apparently like your blood pressure, because you're so hot and then you go cold, can make you like really drunk. And I've got to be up out tomorrow. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't really know why I'm worried about that. Some cute nibbles, some cute Prosecco, some films. It's just going to be a fab night. I'm so excited. I also went to a decorate and sip night with my friend on Wednesday, where we made some cookies, and the cookies were so nice. They were dead cute, and that was just a lovely night. And it's just a sign to like do something. If you've not already got something planned for today, text your friends or do it over the weekend. I'm doing something with my mum tomorrow. We're going to go watch Bridget Jones and go get some brunch, go have some wine. And then Sunday, me and my friends are going to go on a nice walk, have a roast. Not necessarily for Valentine's, but just something nice to do. But yeah, like, just go have a little paint and sip. Get a bottle of wine. Get some chocolate. Get some nibbles. Whack a rom-com on, watch Love Island, get a takeaway, go out for dinner. I know when I was at uni and only one of us is still with her boyfriend, like, she was the only one that, there was 2 of them that had a boyfriend at the time. One of them, she's still with her boyfriend. I think they had like a lovely day in Newcastle at this time, because they'd not been together dead long. But he lived in Newcastle, so I think she'd gone there, and the rest of us were at home. And one friend had a boyfriend, and the rest of us were single. So the rest of us booked this really lovely meal at Lost and Found, and we all got dressed up, and it was like really bougie and just nice and like quite sophisticated, and we had such a good night. But our friend that had a boyfriend, and this is just like a representation of mid-men, he took her to the Indian at the end of our road that they went to like every flipping night of the week, because it was like a pub as well as, and it was playing the horse racing. Sorry, that is not special for you, and that is not special because you go there at least once a week, if not twice. So you took her to Indian at the end of the road when you said you were going to plan a nice date, and you didn't get her anything. And he said he was going to buy her flowers, but he got embarrassed and put them back at the till. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I was sat at work yesterday with two boys, and I know one of them, and I did speak to him after, and I was like, that was not true from you. You would defo buy, if you had a girlfriend, loads of stuff. And he was like, I know I would, because he's just that type of guy. I can tell he like loves to make someone feel special. But our friend at work that had a girlfriend was like, oh, I'm not getting her anything. Like, we don't really do Valentine's Day. It's stupid. It's money. Like, I'm seeing her on Saturday. And I was like, well, you just told me you're going on like a pub crawl with your friends. And he was like, oh yeah, well, I'll just see her after that. I'll probably be bladdered. What? Like, what? Like, Valentine's Day is meant to be special for your girlfriend, like, on you and your relationship. Like, just have, like, a lovely, cute date. Like, even if you have a nice takeaway, I can vouch. I've had some really, really lovely Valentine's Days. My first ever boyfriend when I was dead young, he, like, put all candles down the garden. I remember I'd finished work, I was pot washing or something, and then I went to his, and he put all these candles down the garden, and we had a little fire pit. He had music, he got me a rose, he made some like heart-shaped pizzas, and we decorated some like little cake things, and it was just so cute. And then my second Valentine's Day was with my like actual proper boyfriend that I had. We like, this was in COVID, so we sat in the back of the car, we put fairy lights in his car, we got pizzas, we took my little portable DVD player, watched some films, he got me some like roses, he'd set up like fairy lights on his bed and petals when we got home, and like I think he got like a little hamper and some rose cakes and a rose bear and everything like that. And then this time was a bit different because last year even, because obviously we're a bit more grown, but like it was just, even then was just so sweet. I worked till 11 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock or something, and we got home and we just had like a really cute takeaway. We just had a little glass of wine or a drink, whatever he was having, probably having like Peroni in my kitchen, got me some flowers, and we went away for like a joint, my birthday and Valentine's Day in York, and we just made such like a song and dance about it, and it was really cute. But you don't even have to do anything like that, but it's just somebody making you feel special. Like, as a girl, I can't describe. You don't have to spend money, that you can pick a flower, you know what I mean? But flowers are not that expensive, and I understand that supermarkets upprice them, but I swear to God, go in Home Bargains and you'll be able to find a rose that's chocolate for £1, for literally £1. I know it's money making, but it's just nice. Like, it's just thoughtful. Or really, write me a lovely note, write me a lovely letter, cook me tea. It is not that hard. Like, and I'm not saying this as a girl doesn't need to do anything either. God, like literally for my boyfriends, I've always done something so special. Like my last boyfriend, I can't remember what I did last Valentine's Day, but the Valentine's Day before, I literally made him an entire scrapbook that was, we went a bit over the top. I bought him a watch, like bought him like proper things as if it was like a birthday, because I just love buying presents. Last year was all like chocolate and just all little cute bits and beers, and we just did it low key, but it was just nice and special. And like, I don't know, yeah, you should always be doing the small things, but are you always doing the small things? Like, if you can't buy your girlfriend flowers on Valentine's Day, are you buying her them at other times of the year? I presume you're not. I presume you're not. But flowers are a lovely thing. Just walk in the shop. If you see like a little bunch of flowers that are often reduced, just buy some. You see chocolate, buy it. Some sweets, buy it. I'm sure she does it for you, you know, little things, or she cooks for you, or I saw this, got this. I can't describe how much the little things really, really matter. And that is what I want in my life. I want a man that literally sees me for all I am, hears everything, like I feel completely understood with everything, the same way I would give to you. And if you see something, just make me feel special. Like, there is no embarrassment or shame in being a man that values his girl's happiness. There really isn't. And I just think that is something that can bring a lot of relationships down. It's them little things that lack, that can build to bigger things, and you build to these arguments because the little things are being missed, and the little things are the foundation of everything. And you might think it's this big argument that's like set off something. No, it's the little things that are making you happy, that are in the day-to-day, that need to be given energy. They need to be given priority to sustain the bigger mass of the relationship. I'm sure your mum and dad do nice things for one another. Your dad might not buy your mum flowers all the time anymore, but you might just make her life easier. You know what I mean? It's different, like you live together now, but you might clean something. They make tea, you know. It's like making someone's life easier. Like my dad, I think I've reversed daddy issues. My dad is the most amazing man on planet Earth. Sorry, I was driving to Leeds the other week. He goes outside, I don't know what he's doing. He's checked all my tyres, he's pumped them up. In the morning before I go to work, if it's frosty, my dad has scraped my car, he's de-iced my car just before he's gone and done his own. Like, you know, just little things like that, like checking everything and just making my life easier. And I will make yours easier. And that is what I want. Like, the little things are the foundation. And Valentine's Day is just a cute thing. Just do it. Like, if you've agreed with your girlfriend or you're not going to do anything on Valentine's Day, she's probably lied, and she's probably trying to convince herself and her friends that she's not asked about Valentine's Day. But I bet you if you got her some flowers, she'd be really chuffed and she'd feel really special. Or if flowers aren't her thing, what is her thing then? Like, get her something or do something that is her thing. Sure, she likes food. Get her some food. Get her a bottle of wine, you know. Share a nice bottle of wine. Say, babe, it's your pick of film tonight. Let's get a takeaway and just have a lovely night. Really compliment her. Like, compliments can mean everything. Say, you look beautiful today. Write her a note. Make a tea to come home to. Vice versa. Like, make your man feel special. Say he looks handsome. But yeah, I just think sometimes girls are better at that than men. And girls, like, because they romanticize things, maybe put more romantic energy out, and I know I definitely do, and I just love doing stuff like that. But yeah, this is what we should be expecting of men and women and anyone that we're in a relationship with, because bare minimum is not good enough. We want energy, we want romance, and I want to feel special in all the little things. They don't have to be expensive things. It's just, you know how your person is inside out, what makes them feel good, what makes them feel loved, what makes them feel special, what's important to them, and that's what you should give to them. But yeah, I'm going to leave this episode here. I hope you've all come away from this episode with like a happy mindset. Like, I feel like it's been a very positive, upbeat podcast, and I hope you all book a trip to Barcelona, because you really, really should. I hope when it's your birthday, this gives you inspo to go away and just have some upbeat birthday and have a lovely Galentines. Enjoy whatever you're doing tonight, tomorrow, over the weekend, or what you've already done. I hope all you girlfriends are being absolutely spoilt rotten, and all those girls, the best of luck in love in the future. But yes, love you all, and thank you for listening to another episode of Not Being Funny with me, Emily Moores. Thanks guys, bye.